Okay, hello guys. I'm going to do my best to not belabor all these videos. I'll let you know that this is the first one to watch. Yes, the clock is right. It is 3:45 a.m. Thursday, July 29th, 2021. I figured I'd get an early start at, and no, I did not stay up all night last night. Slept a few hours. Y'all know me, I'm sure, at this point, but I wanted to get an early start. I've been putting this off and putting this off, so I almost probably should make a whole video apologizing for the lateness of getting for getting these videos out, and two, for kind of kicking off really this whole business. But it's kind of getting kicked off whether I necessarily wanted to or not through um, you all probably know Eddie Chanez at this point, or at least have seen his name on the job files. A friend of mine, broker, and has a lot of rich clients that he works with doing the exact stuff that we do. And just in the last week, he's probably thrown us 3 jobs, and sounds like he has another probably 3 teed up for us. And as long as his clients are happy with us, he's going to keep sending us work, and he has a lot of work to send us, along with a few other people that I know and have been networking with that we're probably going to get a lot of work from. One guy is the owner of Bear Consulting. He does kind of a apartment hotel work. Oh man, I don't want to belabor these videos, but anyway, another guy. He's got a lot of clients. We'll probably do a lot of pulling permits for him, as well as he has 2 properties that he wants to subdivide, that he'd like us to do for him. That'll be coming up. And anyway, the point is work's coming. So I'm getting an early start because I've been putting this stuff off, and I want to get it going. And I want to make sure. I guess this video, the kind of the point of this video is I want to explain, one, how all the other videos are going to be laid out, and what is going to change about the videos later on, and then just kind of an introduction to kind of this kickoff of work. So do one thing at a time. Again, this will be the first video we watch. Kind of another point of it is to kind of get all the small talk out of the way so that the rest of the videos can be very direct to whatever they're about, and you guys don't have to sit through a bunch of minutes, or maybe it'll end up being hours of worth of videos of me blabbing on about this kind of stuff, whereas the videos can be more direct towards what they're meant to be aiming towards. So first off, basically the videos are going to be laid out. I'm going to do several videos. I don't have time to write out proper job descriptions, although one of these days I'd like to. I have a template ready. I just don't have time to write it out. One thing that I could note is my full-time job, quote unquote, is going to be changing in the next week or so, in a good way, which will allow me to have a little more time to direct towards this stuff. I set up weekly meetings with some of you that I never really attended, and we didn't really get going, and yada, yada, yada. Part of all the apology that I owe you. I kind of talked to Joshua already. Nathan's new, and I haven't called Damien as of yet, but I will tomorrow. So I'll give you guys all a personal apology that way. But in any case, the videos, I'm losing my train of thought. Where am I at? So the videos are basically going to be laid out, job description. Okay, so anyway, so they're going to be direct. So like, for example, I don't have time to write a job description, so I'm going to do a job description video for, and some of this is future tense. I did hire someone to take care of, because one issue was I have no idea how to use QuickBooks, and Joshua, if anyone probably knows about that kind of issue that we were having trouble with for a minute, but I have someone doing payroll, accounting, and billing. They'll be doing it through the services at Add More Consulting email. You'll get kind of a gist in what you'll use that email for later, and who's going to be kind of overseeing that email inbox. and using it and such. But payroll accounting, so I'll do kind of a job description of that. You guys are more than welcome to watch that video. I would recommend you do, so just so that you understand kind of a brief overview of what everyone's doing, so you know, like, okay, I don't have to do that, someone else is doing it because that's part of their job, but then this part's part of my job. So I'll do kind of one overview. I'll do an overview of the VP or general manager or whatever we call it. Right now I'll be doing that stuff, just so you guys can kind of know what I'm up to, or what I plan to do at this point. I'll do a video on what the sales and estimating position is, and a video on what the development consultants kind of job overview would be. And again, I mentioned to you guys all about, kind of what I expect or whatever, which isn't, a lot. Basically, like, if you commit to a job, I expect that to be, ran smoothly and whatever. But if you only want one instead of 10, then that's totally up to you. And that kind of thing. And then, billable hours and all that kind of stuff, which I'll go through in other videos. More in detail, but just kind of an overview, so like, okay, that's kind of like part of the gig, is the idea of that. And then what the process is if you're doing non-job related work. I'll do a whole video on that, going through the general business process, again, just so you have a whole overview of how the job starts and how it ends and whose hand it touches in between. A video on how to use a master job file, a video on how to use a time tracker file, a video about our services, an explanation of each thing that we're willing to provide, so everyone's on the same page of what each thing is. And some of these videos, if you're like, I didn't really get that, watch it a couple times. If you don't get it after that, call me and we can go through it. Navigating the job files, kind of one video directed to Damien on sales and estimating what the next step is, because he's kind of been in limbo a little bit. A video about weekly status updates, sales agenda, business update meetings. So basically, we'll actually set up those weekly meetings and attend them. Like I said, something's going to change in my work, which will allow me to have more time to do that stuff, which will be very helpful. So we'll have one meeting for each development consultant, one meeting for the salesperson, one meeting with everyone each week, just so we're all tracking, moving, getting work, doing work, getting paid, and all that kind of stuff. And then a project transfer meeting and so on. So I'm going to do, literally, I'm going to work the next few hours and just do one video after another, and try and get them all done. And then tomorrow I'll be kind of setting them all up on YouTube, sending you guys the links, some other, emails or whatever. And then once you watch the videos, I'll call each one of you tomorrow and explain that I set up these videos, ask you to watch them, and then we'll set up weekly meetings to start moving on it. So I wanted to get that out of the way. One thing I wanted to explain, with the videos you'll get on the YouTube channel, the Add More Training YouTube channel, and I'm probably going to I'm going to name them to where it's pretty self-explanatory which each video is, and I might I'll have some kind of system where you can see, what the first video is you want to watch and what the second one is, and kind of which one pertains to you more. So you can watch those ones first at least, and then try and just watch all of them if you would, please. And then eventually, looking down the road, maybe 6 months or less, especially as we get bigger and potentially onboard more people, I don't want videos like I'm doing now where it's just me sharing my screen and I'm talking and rambling on and bringing up people's specific names like Damien, Joshua, Nathan. and it will be more kind of like the development consultant, the sales position, the VP, the payroll manager, the accountant, the billing manager type of lingo, more so. And probably what I'll do is I'll send the videos into someone on Fiverr and say, make this a training video, and for while I'm going through the video, freeze some of the slides, make them slides, make an automated voice talk over, cut the rambling out, and I'll probably have whoever wants to do it. I'll have a whole video about how to track your time if you're doing non-job related work. So obviously, if like you're working on training videos or something, that's non-job related work, but you don't do it for free. So there's a way to track that and get paid for it and so on. So basically, whoever wants to do it will kind of just manage the Fiverr person and make sure those videos are getting created later down the road. Anyway, okay, so that's so the idea is basically there'll be a compilation of videos in this channel that are professional, that are voiceover, not my voice, and as detailed as we can get them, so that we only have to do the video one time. And when people are on board, they just go through, watch all the videos. And there's actually kind of my goal basically is to have an actual onboarding kind of process. Like watch all these videos. It's very direct to what you'll be doing. There's a job description on paper, but you also watch a video about it to explain it. And I think that'll bring people up to speed much faster and cut out a lot of questions, or at least make the questions more direct and efficient. So that's the idea with the videos. This video, again, is just kind of getting all the small talk out of the way, so the rest of the videos can be a lot more direct. So that's kind of the idea there. And hope you guys watch all the videos. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Of course, by the time you watch this video, it won't be tomorrow anymore. But in any case, my time right now. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks.